All right, hello and welcome. Today we are on our fourth episode today. So today in our front-end mentor challenge, we will be working with, we'll be making this blog card preview that we'll be working on. So this is how it should look on a desktop, and this is how it should look on the mobile device. Yep, so let's get started. All right. So what I did, they gave us a style guide. I went ahead and do the downloads as they want. This is what download the files here. And so what I did is I went ahead and put the semantic HTML. No classes, no styling, just what they want, which is our main component, the shadow, the article, the image, a link, the image, paragraph, and so on. So what we actually have here is the base. This is what we have at this moment. No styling, no what, nothing. So we are going to start this from the scratch. Okay. So what we need to do here is firstly we need to work on our background. So on our home page, the whole body is going to be, I'll just add the classes here. I just have the classes preset here so that I don't have to typing will take long. So we've added a background of yellow, 300 minimum height of screen. Then we made it a flex column. Then we item center and justify center. Then we gave it a padding of so this is what we have so far. That's what we just made some adjustments to. This one I can close. I don't think I need it. Okay. So next we are going to add our main component, the main, and see what we have to do here. So this div here, I'm leaving it. It's linking to our CSS. That's Vite, and I'm using Vite. I have set up the Vite already. So this CSS, I left it. It's going to be linked here on the TS, and I just put it this way. So that's our Tailwind. We're not going to write any custom styles. We'll be using Tailwind CSS. So this we don't touch. We just leave it as it is. All right. So now we can on our main class here, we have put flexi1 flex, a display of flex. Then we put flex1, then item center, so everything can be on the center. Then justify center, and we made a full width. So if we check here, nothing really changed, but I'll show you where it changes. But this is the container that is actually holding everything. Okay, so now we are on this div here, which is the main div that is containing all the content as well. So let me put it. So this div is the one that is going to contain. So I closed it. No, but we have a preview here. Let me check for the preview. Here it is. So the div that we just put, we have a number of divs here. We have the main, which is the background. Then we have a div which is in black. Then a div which is the cut container in white. So we just made this one with a relative maximum width XM full width. Then we made it a group. I'll tell you why. Then we made it a pointer so that when we hover, it shows a pointer. So now, if you check from the previous one, this was extending. So now it's contained within the cut that we want with the maximum of width while it's taking the whole full width. Okay, so after that, let's now add the border effect. The black border. So now this is the border. So we made it absolute. You remember here we put relative, so here we put it absolute. Then a background of gray 950. Then rounded, we made it to 2XL, rounded 2XL. Then you translate X2. This is the shadow that we are giving in the preview. This is the black shadow that we are saying. Translate X2. Then you translate Y2. We are also putting it a little bit down. Then group, right? You remember here, I said you are putting this one as a group for the reason that since now this one is a group, we want to put a hover effect. So now we say group hover translate X4. So we're just putting it out just a little bit. Then hover translate Y. That's the same thing. So I think this one is just to say a smooth scroll, not scroll, but a smooth roll when we do our hover effect. So now, yes, you see, that's the thing. There it is. Comes there, then there it is. So if you say, when we say translate X2, translate Y2, translate S2, this is the X2 here, Y2, and the X here, Y-axis and Y and X-axis. So we have our hover here. We'll put it at the background. So now on the article, is that card that we are going to make. So I'm going to put the classes as well. And by the way, the link is in the description below for all these classes to make it easy. So now we just added a background relative as well, because here we have an absolute, then here we have a relative to the shadow. Then we have a background white, then we group it as well. Do we need to group here? I don't think we do, but we'll see. Okay. Then we have a rounded 2XL, padding of 6, and a border with a gray 900. Okay, so let's do this. So, no, not here. Okay, right. So now, this is the background that we just put here, and the border that we spoke about. This is the rounded. So now, the reason for the above, there you go. You see? Now, it's coming all right. Then we also have the link, which is already there. Okay. Right. Now, let's work on the image. We already linked the image, no styling, whatever it is. We have the bottom margin for the image. But now, let's also add the classes so that we can sort this image right. Okay, so where should we put? There it is. So, let's see what are the changes that we just made now. Okay, so we just still the same though, but yeah, it's for the image, so that in case of anything we put the styles and we emphasize what needs to be done. Width, we have to maintain that it's always maximum with the height of 52 within its object cover, so that it covers the whole space with the proper ratios. Then we have rounded XL for the image. Let's see, this rounded thing that we just put here for the image. Okay, next we go to the page, right? On the page here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a few classes for it. Okay, let me just take everything here, then I'll just explain it. Okay, so here what we did is this. So we put an inline class of block, and we put margin bottom 3, then we give it a background of yellow, and text gray 900, text small, font extra bold, and padding to the left and the right of 3, padding top and bottom of 1.5, and we give it a rounded. Okay, so let's see how it is. Yes, this is what it is. The padding that we gave, the rounded, and the background of yellow, and the color that we gave. Okay, so now the next thing, if we check on our preview, we need to deal with this one now. Published ad and the heading. So this is the section that we are going to be dealing with. So I'm just going to paste in a few classes that I already prepared for it, and I can explain what they are doing. All right, so we have text gray of 950, text small. So if you hover, it will actually tell you what it's actually doing for the tailwind. You can actually see the actual CSS classes. Then we give it a font of medium. Then we give it a margin bottom of 3. So now, if we take a look at it, this is what it is now. And I don't think this color is actually proper. Let me see. Let's see if we check a look at the preview. Somehow, but I'm thinking let's make this one let's make this one 800 and let's see how it looks. Let's see how it looks. Meh. Okay, let's make it 500. Let's see. I think, yep, I think should be something close to it. Now let's make it 700. Let's make it 700 and see what it will look like. So that it's towards the blackish thing. Yep, let's leave this one as it is. Now we're sharp now. Now let's go to the next one. The next one that we are going to do is our heading, HTML and CSS foundations. So what we are going to do, I'm going to add these few classes and I'll explain them on our title. Okay. So we are giving it a text of now gray 900, 950, and the text size of 2XL since it's the title. And the font, we're giving it an extra bold, a margin bottom of 3. Then on the hover text, yellow. No. Yellow. Then yellow, let's make it yellow 300. Then transition of colors, then we give it a pointer. Okay. So that our mouse can show. Aha, there we go. There we go. All right. So we're sharp here. We're okay. Let's go to the next one. So now we go for the description. If we check here, we do have a description, which is this one. So let's take a look at the description. This one here. So I'm going to give it a few classes again so that we can actually merge our design. All right. So here in the description, we give it a few classes. Let's go through them. So we're giving it a text gray of 500, text burst, a font medium, then margin bottom of 6, then leading relax. It's just to make sure that it looks good, you know. Okay, so let's see what we have now on the changes. There we go. Okay, let me check something here. I don't think we need to make this for bold. So let me remove this one here so that the text is not bold. Okay, let's see. Yep, now looks way better. All right. So now we go next to the author, which they say they gave us everything there on the Craig Hopper. Okay. So on the, let me take this and we can actually give it a few classes here. Okay, let's do this. All right, so we are giving it a flex and so that it's next to next and item center so they can be center aligned. Then we have a gap of 3. Okay, then we put our image. Then now, so these are next to next, hence flex. So we're giving it a text of gray 950, then text of small, font extra bold. Okay, so this is what we did. Let's check how we have done it. Okay, this is, excuse me. So this is how it's looking now. So let's check with our design here. Yep, it's also bold. Okay. Okay, so this is what we have. So yep, guys, this is all. And remember, the link is in the description below. Please subscribe. Let's have our channel to grow. And thank you so much for watching all the videos that we have. Okay, so I'll give you a quick one. The next thing, we just host it on Netlify. Then we are good. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to push this to GitHub. I'm just going to use a Copilot so it can generate for me the commit message. Yes, config, setup, tailwind, added entry point, and so on. Then we commit. The next thing, we push. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Then you can host it on Netlify. I'll do a quick video as well so that this one doesn't have to be long. A quick video where I'll be deploying this one to Netlify, and we go to our Frontend Mentor and complete the challenge on Frontend Mentor, which is by submitting our solution here. That's a quick video that I'll bring on the next one. All right. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.